Hi, good morning. This is Scott Warner. I've got a very important message that St. Germain has wanted me to talk about, and that is the quality of our air that we're breathing. Now, as you know, most vehicles we're driving are only 30% efficient at burning the gas that we put in these cars. And the rest of it is spewing out and going into our atmosphere. And believe it or not, it is causing respiratory problems to go up astronomically. In fact, the number one cause of death has now become cancer, and part of that is due to these pollutants. The second leading cause is heart disease, which pollutants cause problems with the heart, but the third is respiratory illness. We just recently had a good friend who died because she couldn't get oxygen into her lungs and into her body because the lungs had become so full of these toxins and chemicals that she actually wasn't able to get oxygen into her lungs. And so constantly her oxygenation was less than 80%, even if they gave her full oxygen, and it just gradually went down and down, and that's what she eventually died of, is basically suffocating, not getting oxygen into her body and into her cells. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Serapis Bey, who is also an ascended master and the master of the Ascension Temple there in Luxor, Egypt, he made a statement: "The future is what you make it, even as the present is what you made it. If you do not like it, God has provided a way for you to change it. And the way is through acceptance of the currents of the seven ascension flames. The currents of creation through your intent, attention, and consistent action to attract it." So not only is he talking about the law of attraction, but our ability to set our intent, our attention, and consistent action to change what's going on. And so my message is we need to change what we're doing and demand that our governments change what they're propagating, because we have free energy devices that are available. We have electrical cars that these free energy devices can charge up without using petroleum products, coal, and all of the things that are polluting our atmosphere. Because let me tell you, the atmosphere we're breathing in every day is so important for our health and our well-being. So I would like to teach you a little bit about a breathing technique that is very effective in opening up not only our airway, but every chakra in our body to bring in energy to help our body. Now, intention is an interesting thing. It's an act or instant of determining mentally upon some action or result. And we have the end or object intended or purpose in our mind. And then we conduct our actions to make that come true or create it. One of the things that I noticed with the Kundalini yoga, it's very powerful. It's the yoga of awareness, and it focuses on the expansion of sensory awareness and intuition in order to raise individual consciousness, and it aims to cultivate the creative spiritual potential of a human to uphold values, speak truth, and focus on the compassion and consciousness needed to serve and heal others. Now, the Kundalini yoga consists of active and passive asanas based kriyas. In Sanskrit, action, deed, or effort. Pranayama, to be seated in a position that is firm but relaxed for extended periods of times, and meditations which target the whole body the system, the glands, the nervous system, our mental faculties, our chakras, to develop awareness, consciousness, and spiritual strength. Intentional breathing, or Kundalini, we set our intent by visualizing a red coiled snake in the coccyx to be energized by your breathing. We use the root lock to hold the energy in the body, tightening the pubococcygeus muscle. As you breathe, the snake becomes brighter and more active. Intentional breathing through the Kundalini breathing was first taught by Dr. Khalsa, who put out a book called Brain Longevity. And that's where I learned about the Kundalini breathing. And then I was taught by others to refine it. And you start by taking a cleansing breath to clear the mind. So let's do that right now. Big cleansing breath in through the nose. Hold it for a few seconds and then breathe out. Take a second deep breath, locking your root lock, moving the pelvis forward, visualizing the breath, bringing in prana or energy to the coiled snake in your root chakra, making it shine a bright red color, holding the root lock. Hold the breath for 5 to 10 seconds and then release the breath and the root lock, bringing the pelvis back to a natural position. You can repeat this breath up to 10 times. So let's do it another time. Lock that root lock, bring your pelvis forward, hold it, and then relax and release that root lock. The root lock is, you do that by tightening up the pubococcygeus muscle, which is the same muscle that cuts off your stool and stops the urination. So you hold that as the root lock. So let's go ahead and repeat that again. Breathe in. Hold that root lock, bring your pelvis forward, and then relax. Now, bringing the pelvis forward does something. It brings that sacrum forward, and the sacrum actually is the pump for the craniosacral fluid. Now, there's a lot of different modalities that recognize this. Craniosacral therapy recognizes that the cerebral spinal fluid actually flows up in the front and goes around and down the back, down to the sacrum, and then starts over at the sacrum. And so pulling that sacrum forward actually pumps the cerebral spinal fluid. So let's do one more breath with the root chakra. Breathe in and hold it. Lock that root lock. And then let's bring the energy up to the roof of the mouth with the tongue. Roll the eyes up and lock it up in that 8th chakra up above your head. Now, we're doing this for a purpose, and I'll describe this a little later. But clicking the tongue actually sets the intent to block any loss of this energy and puts it into the 8th chakra as a storage unit for later use. So let's go ahead and go to the sacral plexus of creation. Take a big deep breath, locking the root lock, moving the pelvis forward and visualizing the breath bringing prana or energy to the coiled snake, moving it up to the 2nd chakra, our sacral plexus, making it shine a bright orange-red in color, holding the root lock. Hold the breath for 5 to 10 seconds, then release the breath and root lock, bringing the pelvis back to natural position. Repeat this up to 10 times or as time permits. Now, when you're done, you center the body, bringing the energy up to the roof of the mouth with the tongue, pressing against the palate. Then take the energy, rolling up the eyes upward, making the energy go up into the hands above the head to the 8th or 9th chakra, locking the energy into the chakra with the click of your tongue. So let's go ahead and do this in the sacral plexus. We're going to do 3 breaths. Breathe in, hold that breath, bring your pelvis forward, lock that root lock, and then release. Breathe in, lock that root lock, bring the pelvis forward, Bring that sacrum forward and then release. Now we're going to take it all the way up. Breathe in, lock that root lock, take it up, 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 all the way up, up to the roof of the mouth with the tongue. Roll your eyes up and bring it up and lock it up in that 8th chakra. Good job. So this is quite interesting. Each breath is actually creating energy and bringing that prana in, and you're bringing it in through the different chakras and rising your Kundalini, which is very good for you. So let's go ahead and take another breath. This time we're going to do intentional breathing in the solar plexus. So you take a big deep breath, locking the root lock and moving the pelvis forward, and visualize the breath bringing up prana or energy to the coiled snake, moving up to the 3rd chakra or solar plexus, making it shine a bright yellow color, turning the upper body to the right as you breathe in and turn to the left as you breathe out, which turns the spinal column and actually accentuates what you're doing. So let's go ahead and do the breathing. Okay, so breathe in, lock that root lock, turn to the right as you're breathing in, hold it, and then breathe out, releasing the root lock also. Now breathe in, turn to the right, and then breathe out, turning to the left. Now we're going to do it one last time. Breathe in, turn to the right, bring it up to the center of yourself, bring it up, 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 up to the roof of your mouth with your tongue, roll your eyes up and lock it up in that 8th chakra. Good job. Now we've gone through the bottom 3 chakras. Now we will go up to the heart-lung chakra, which is very important. Now with this, you take a deep breath, locking the root lock, and you put your hands at the level of the heart. And as you breathe in, you turn, lock the root lock. So you're literally kind of leaning over to the right, and then as you breathe out, lean over to the left. And as you breathe in, lock that root lock, lean to the right, and then lean to the left. So let's go ahead and take our first breath. Go ahead and breathe in, lean to the right, hold that root lock, and then breathe out and let go of the root lock. Breathe in, lock that root lock, and then breathe out. Breathe in, lock that root lock, center yourself. We're going to bring the energy up, 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 up to the roof of the mouth with the tongue. Roll your eyes up and lock it up in that 8th chakra. Now, that was a very important one, and you visualize the Kundalini becoming green or even pink. And pink is a more pure love energy, so if you can, make it pink. Now we're going to do the throat or the magical chakra and do a breath with the magical chakra. Now with this one, you bring your hands up to the level of the throat chakra and you put your shoulders up as you breathe in, lock the root lock, and then as you breathe out, you release and unlock the root lock. Now there is also a neck lock where you can tighten all the muscles in your neck and lock your neck even to keep the energy even higher. But we're just, for our purposes, we'll just use the root lock. So let's go ahead and breathe. Let's breathe in. Raise your shoulders up, lock that root lock, hold the breath, visualize the blue, bright blue energy being added to that coiled snake coming up, up, up. And then release. Breathe in. Lock that root lock. Raise your shoulders up. Hold it and visualize that bright blue energy of strength and protection. And then release. Now this one, we're going to take it all the way up. Breathe in. Lock that root lock. Bring it up, 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 up to the roof of your mouth with your tongue. Visualize it coming up and your eyes roll up and lock it into that 8th chakra. Now we're going to do the third eye visualization. And visualization is very, very powerful, and strengthening your third eye helps you to create and also to manifest whatever you desire. And that's why vision boards are so important. You want to visualize things twice a day, and if you do that, it actually starts the manifestation process being much quicker. So let's talk about the deep breath with the third eye visualization. Now with this, you visualize bringing prana or energy to the coiled snake, moving up to the sixth chakra, or the indigo, and it's a bright color, and you actually take your head, move it forward, and as you breathe in, you bring your head around to the back and lock that root lock, and then as you breathe out, you release the air and release the root lock, and then come around and breathe in, bringing that energy in, lock the root lock, bring it around, and be very gentle with your neck, because some of us have had difficulties with our neck. I know I have. And release it. Then the final breath you bring in, going to the right and to the back, and then you're holding that root lock, and center yourself, and then bring the energy up, up, up to the roof of your mouth with your tongue, and then bring your eyes rolled up, and then lock it in that eighth chakra. Boy, we're all doing really good today. This is excellent. So let's go to the next chakra, which is the cerebral, or the dream chakra breath. And with this, you take the coiled snake, moving it up to the seventh chakra, or cerebral plexus, and make it shine a bright violet color. The head and arms back like you're doing a swan dive, and lock the root lock as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you release and go forward like you're going to dive in a pool. Then you breathe in, going back like you're a swan or an angel extending its wings. Lock that root lock, and then you release. So let's do that. Breathe in, lock that root lock. Bring the head back. You can do the neck lock also to develop even more energy and move it up, and then release. Then you breathe in, lock that root lock, bring your arms back, neck back, root lock locked, neck lock locked, and then release. Now this time we're going to take it all the way up. Bring your head back, your arms back like you're an angel extending its wings. Got that root lock locked. Bring the energy up, up, up to the roof of your mouth with your tongue. Bring it up, roll your eyes up, and lock it in that eighth chakra. Now, this breathing does a lot for your body. It not only brings more oxygen in, but it brings the prana, or energy from God, in, and helps you manifest, help you create. Now that stored energy, you can take and grab it and move it anywhere in your body that you're having a problem, and it will actually help to heal that area. And so just know it's all about the flow. Don't let energy just sit there as you create it. Move the energy. Like I even use it to send to people. I grab a hold of it, and if I've got somebody I'm trying to heal, I'll send them that energy with the intent of it helping heal them, and it actually helps them to heal. Now, I'm going to end this, but I'm going to create another video about helping remove the toxins, pathogens out of the lungs. So thank you for listening, and if you'd like to learn more or get a copy of this, give us a call at 435-986-0025. We have a copy of Intentional Breathing that we can send you. It's a chapter in my first book called Take Back Your Health that was published 6 years ago, and the 12th Kahuna appeared to me and helped me create this book, and it's an oracle book that actually helps you to heal your life. And the Kahuna gave me methods every day to help us to heal, and some of them are using very unusual things or just helping resolve emotional issues and friend issues. And so it's a very powerful book, but it also has ways to get rid of the pathogens in our body and all the toxins. And we are having that book. You can get it